Our correspondent Joe Brown joins me now in studio. And Joe, the British are known for their quirky, sometimes acerbic sense of humour. Over and above this humiliation for Liz Truss on the sidelines, there's been a rather unflattering comparison happening in the media. Tell us more.
Yeah, so a bit of background for this. There is a phrase in British English called a wet lettuce, and this is somebody's kind of like a bit of a wimp, a bit of a wuss, to use a Yiddish phrase, a bit nebbish, basically. So earlier this week, the Daily Star, a British tabloid, thought it was a funny idea to have like a little game. Who would last longer, a literal wet lettuce or Liz Truss as Prime Minister? And they've been pushing this quite a lot, pushing all of the puns you can imagine. So, for example, how long can the lettuce remain? Is this the tip of the iceberg? Any kind of lettuce pun, any kind of top quality lettuce-related banter you can imagine. So over time, they've added a bit of a personality to this lettuce. They've given it googly eyes, a blonde wig, and in the end, the lettuce has indeed won. However, as funny as this is, you kind of have to feel sorry for her. Even her biggest critics would say that maybe this is a bit much. Maybe, like, she's not a bad person. She was completely out of her depth as Prime Minister, but she's not a bad person. So this is the kind of thing that would stick with her for the rest of her life. Throughout the entirety of her career from now until the end, I guess, she will always be known as Liz Truss, the wet lettuce. So at the end of the day, these can be quite bad for her as a person. So, for example, Graham Taylor, a former England manager, the England football manager, he said that, well, he was once referred to as a turnip by the media, and this stuck with him until the day he died. People called him Turnip Taylor. There was a mock-up of him as a literal turnip on the front page of the news. So these are kind of things that can stick. However, I'm not going to lie, it is a little bit funny. Just a little bit.
Well, certainly someone who isn't a wet lettuce. Our correspondent, Joe Brown, thank you so much for breaking that down. Trending right now, wet lettuce, very sad. Thank you so much for that update.